Hello everyone and welcome to the unboxing of Raspberry Pi 3 Model B Plus. This is the bundle that we ordered on AliExpress. It's Model 3B and you can get it 3B Plus, sorry. You can get it on AliExpress in several bundles. This is a bundle with 16 gig SD card and official shell and heat sinks, and also a 5-volt 3 ampere power adapter. So in a moment we will see what it looks like. It should be the original Raspberry Pi, and this bundle with B Plus costs $51. So let's see what's in the box. So this thing is half empty. Is rather small. So first we have the power adapter. I suppose the power adapter is nothing much. It's Chinese. Hopefully it won't die in a couple of months. Standard USB, micro USB connector, and it's nice that it has a power button, because a lot of sellers in AliExpress sell this adapter without power button. So the next thing is SD card. Hard to tell if this is the original SanDisk or not, but it's much cheaper than when you get it here in the Czech Republic. Also part of a bundle, so hopefully 16 gigs will be enough. So, and this is the shell. Let me just open this. So this should be the original shell for Raspberry Pi. And there are, of course, nicer shells. I wouldn't want like red shell because it stands out, but it was part of a bundle and it's a good price. So, I mean, who cares about the color? I'll just put it somewhere where it's not visible. And finally, there's a Raspberry Pi itself. It's the original box, Model B Plus. We'll open that in a moment. What else do we have here? And we have three small heat sinks, which should be self-adhesive, and you can just glue them onto the chips. So hopefully I'll find out which chips I need to glue them onto. So let's open the Raspberry Pi itself and see what it looks like. Damn. So here it is. There's the instruction manual, quick start guide in several languages, and Raspberry Pi motherboard, 4 USB ports, Ethernet port, HDMI, USB-C. This is probably audio or power. I'm not sure. No, that's audio probably. The power should go on to USB port. No, this is not USB-C. This is micro USB, so that's where the power adapter goes. So we'll just put it in a box and see if it works. Okay, so let's try and put this guy together. I think that first of all we should put some of these heat sinks onto the Raspberry Pi. So let's see how that goes. There are 3 heat sinks, and I can see 2 chips on this side. Maybe there's another one at the back. Yeah, this is the SD card slot on the back as well. So let's see if those are self-adhesive, if they can be just glued onto the chip. And let's hope we get the right ones. This one should go on the biggest one, I suppose. Okay, so there's a smaller one. It's hard to get this tape off because it's so small. Okay, and that one should go over there. right? And there's another one at the bottom, and that's a flat one, I think. And that should go there in the middle. Okay, so that's it. Now, let's see the box. Should be opened. There it is. And let's see how that goes inside. These are small foot, which are made of some plastic or rubber. There it is. And the board just clicks into place. And now the side panels should be fairly easy to fit. And of course, there's one thing that we forgot, and it's the SD card. But luckily, there's a slot for SD card on the outside. Nice. Okay, so there's just a roof. And the assembly of the Raspberry Pi is finished. As you can see, it's pretty easy to do. Even my 17-year-old son managed to do it without any instructions. Okay, so let's just put the SD card in. Okay, so let's put the SD card into the SD card adapter so we can use our Windows machine, and we will write down the image to the SD card. That's okay. Recognize the SD card, and we will use a Raspbian Lite version because we will want to install headless Pi. And of course, we need Rufus, which is a software for writing images onto the SD card. So as you can see, the download is okay. We will run Rufus. And select the image that we just downloaded. It should be on the D drive. On the C drive, there is a folder _download. It should be there. Okay. And we selected Raspbian Stretch Light Zip, and we will just write it onto the SD card. All data will be lost, of course. This is the empty SD card, so it doesn't matter. That's exactly what we want. And now it's writing to the SD card. So the next step will be putting the SD card in the Raspberry Pi. But before that, because we will be installing headless version, we have to do certain things in order to connect it onto the Wi-Fi, or we can just connect it via Ethernet cable. Maybe that would be easier. Then we don't need to enter the password, and it will get the address from the HTTP server if we just use the cable. But we would have to put it somewhere close to the router, so maybe for this demonstration we will go with Wi-Fi anyways. Just a little while longer. It always hangs on 99.9%. That's something they learned from Microsoft. Okay, 100% completed. No. Still writing. Ready. So now we can go close. Okay. Okay, so let's connect it via cable. That will be easier. So this is the router that we will use. We'll just put it here. And this end will go into the Raspberry Pi here. Okay, and this is the power adapter, which should go here. As you can see, it was on, so it lit up. And we probably need to put SD card inside. So the poor guy can boot from something. Okay, so in the end, I decided to connect it to the HDMI. It'll be probably easier and just connect the external keyboard. So we will turn it on. And of course it boots. And we know that it's doing something. So we will just create SSH file locally and then try terminal to connect. It should get the fixed IP address. So this should be default login with username Pi, and the password is what?
Raspberry.
Raspberry. Okay, it seems that we're in. And there's a configuration here where you can change password, set up next options, connect to Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to do that because we're connected by cable. But anyway, we will set it to the Czech Republic. But no, we don't need to do that because it'll remain on cable. But here we can set up a Wi-Fi if you want to connect it. There's not much that we need to set up here. Probably just to confirm the IP address and enable SSH server. Maybe see if there is an update, but I suppose not. Just find its IP address. Oh God.
Ne prikazuje adresu. Sad čekaj, ne znam kako je sad.
Address with double D and double S. So yeah, it's 201 exactly as we set up on the router. So now this Raspberry Pi should be available on SSH, and we will use a standard Windows PC to connect from PUTE to it remotely. Okay, so now we will try to ping from the local network 192.168.1.201. And as you can see, it responds to ping. And now we will try to connect. This is Linux, but we can do it from Windows. It doesn't matter, with SSH to this address. So it wants password, which should be standard password, and we're in. So this is how we configured it, and everything seems to be working. And this should update some packages and download it and update packages. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.